Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to a special edition preview, ladies and gentlemen. We are out here to talk Liverpool against Manchester City because it's a massive game this upcoming Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, 12:30 p.m. kickoff time. Massive, huge game, and this is what we're here to talk about. And listen. I'm gonna hold my hands up. When it's my fault we're late, I will always say. But this time, it's honestly not my fault that we're late. I know this is the devil that cried wolf because I'm late to my own shows. So you're like, you ain't got anyone to blame then. You're right. But it really ain't my fault we're late right now. So everyone watching this right now or on the replay, because I know you guys love to watch this on the replay. I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow. So this might be our last show of March before we get back to the football in April. You know, we've got the watch-alongs, everything coming up. So first, before we get started, before I introduce, I just wanted to say thank you to every single person who has supported us in the month of March. You guys have been absolutely elite once again. It's been our second best month, even with the international break and everything. So alhamdulillah, and thanks to you guys' consistent love and support. And speaking of, Ryan sent me a super chat before we went live, so I can't display it on StreamYard. And he says, I prefer Nunez on the left over Diaz, to be honest. Thank you so much, Ryan, for the super chat. And we're going to get into that. We're going to speak about it. So everyone watching us right now, slap the like button. Subscribe to This is Football. Everyone right now, please like and subscribe. Big up Ryan for the super chat. Big up the comment sections. Tarun, EK, Khizar, Captain Sal, UM. Big up to Ilya, IB7, Anfield Road, and Mohammed Hafiz. Big up to you, my guy. Iller, I think that's how it's pronounced. Big up to Kardir, Namso. Big up to MJ, Selection. Big up to Blue, Jasmine, AA. Big up to Joel. Big up to Force Thriller. Big up to Rima Generalis. Big up to you. Thank you so much, my brother. Big up to you guys, man. Love for the love. Slap the like, subscribe, and let's introduce the panel. So since we're the away team, let me introduce my partner in crime. Today, I'm wearing glasses like Baba Ray Dudley. And Baba Ray Dudley needs Devon Dudley alongside him. This is what's needed. 3D! So, my guy, tag team champions. And he knows that if I'm ever going to take on rivals, I need his help. There is no other Liverpool fan I'm reaching out for if I'm about to take on two rival fans. But first, I've got to check if he thinks we're actually going to win or not. So he told me he thinks we're going to win. So we're in the safe side. So joining us on the channel is none other than the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that's been on this football 700 million times already. And you guys absolutely love him. Man like Montel is in the building. How are you doing, brother?
Hey guys, had to instant transmission my way into the stream. Thanks for having me. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie. It's tag team settings. It's tag team settings. I'm here to back my boy. You know what I'm saying? And I think the third ever intro where he hasn't mentioned Tariq Lamptey. You know, so this is already a W. This is a W. But listen, big up the chat. Thanks for having me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Always welcome, Mons, man. This is your second home. You already know. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you. Joining us on the channel as well is Canada's finest. He always has to correct people on the spaces. I'm Canadian, not American. That's what he always says. So he has to correct the people, you know. He's not from the land of the pancake. He's from the land of the maple leaf, ladies and gentlemen. Those are two different countries, but they have similar accents, so people think it's the same thing. It ain't the same thing. Get a globe, get educated on the world, but always rapping City on the spaces incredibly well. And today he said a statement I never thought I would hear him say. He was speaking to Arsenal fans on the title race, and he's like, you know what? I actually miss speaking to Liverpool fans. And I'm like, you know what, Vader? I miss speaking to you as well. So welcome back to the channel, man, like Vader Games. How are you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm good, man. And I was not lying. These Arsenal fans have no etiquette, no brought up see, nothing, man. The way they move, unruly. And I miss you guys. I miss talking football with you guys. Thanks for having me on the show.
We miss being in the title race as well, but hey, this used to be the biggest game in the league. Now, one team's fighting for top four, the other team's fighting for the title. So it's two totally different worlds.
It's a hiccup. One season hiccup. We'll be back fighting next season.
We'll be back, my brother. And finally, last but not least, the man that's causing mayhem and havoc on the spaces, The one guy that's making people around the world say, I want Arsenal to win the league. The one man that's causing chaos in the name of Manchester City. His name is Man City Hardcore because he's a real City fan. He'll tell you he's been there since the days of Gillingham away. He's been there and he's gotten promoted. He's written the book called From Rags to Riches, available on Amazon in a little bit. He's still writing it, guys. It's Ramadan. He's fasting, so he needs a bit of time to write it. So joining us on the channel is the menace himself. Today, he's my opponent, not my tag team partner on the stream. Man like Hamza. How are you doing?
Come on. Premier League champion. 21, 22. 22, 23, let's go. You're privileged today. You guys are very privileged today. Man City versus Liverpool, let's go. We're ready. We're ready. I'm ready for this. Let's go.
Big up, big up.
He said you was ready last time, by the way, Hamza. He said you was ready last time.
You know what happens in Etihad. You know.
He said you was ready, Anfield.
No excuses.
No, okay, that's fine. No worries.
Yeah, it is. Listen, we're going to speak on that because, you know, hey, I've got an uncomfortable opinion on this upcoming game right here. But big up to Mo, who says no Haaland means advantage City, but the idolo Luke show is back. You know, Mo, I've been saying this on the spaces all day long, and thank you for the super chat, brother. I genuinely would rather play Haaland. Now Alvarez is going to do the whole pocket of spaces thing, be tricky, and just be jumping left wing, right wing, and I'm going to need Van Dijk to run. I think Van Dijk and Konate would have been able to stop Haaland, but Alvarez, bro, that guy is too tricky for my liking. I can't lie. Haaland, probably Van Dijk and Konate dislike playing against the likes of like Jesus and you know, Alvarez, that type, that prototype. It's no insult to Haaland, but I think they could stop him. No, it's not. They can't stop Alvarez, though. Big up to my brother.
I'm gonna address that.
Big up to my brother Patrick, says you don't know what you had until it's gone, Vater. Hey.
It's crazy, man. Imagine calling out saying, where are the Liverpool fans? I'd want to talk to them. Imagine.
Bro, today when I heard Vater say I miss Liverpool fans because Arsenal fans are obnoxious, I'm like, you know what I told the people this year? I've been telling the people, you guys actually owe us an apology. We're not as unbearable and obnoxious as you thought we were, because Man United fans are a lot more obnoxious and unbearable. So are Arsenal fans. We're safe. We're good.
Tottenham fans are as well. They just lose so much that we'll never know how obnoxious they can be. They trust me. Tottenham fans are up there, but you will never know because they're just consistently shit. So
I think it might just be a London thing. You know, might just be a London thing.
I mean,
3/4 of the United fan base is in London anyway, so it is what it is. Big up. Listen, Vater's already hot based on the statement I made, so we're gonna go to him first, and then we're gonna rock and roll. Go on, Vater.
But listen. I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous to hear whether Haaland trains tomorrow or not. But I think it's nice and convenient to say that Van Dijk, Konate, Matip, the defensive back line would rather play against Haaland. It's so convenient to say because, yeah, it looks like he's not playing. So it's easy to say that they'd rather face him. But let's be real. You guys would be the only fan base to say you'd rather face Haaland. The man's destroying everybody. The man's putting up in Champions League, FA Cup. He's scoring like it's nothing. He's scoring like it's breathing. He's scoring like you guys taking a glass of water. Don't tell me you'd rather face Haaland. You're not being honest here, man.
I really believe it though, honestly. But it's not an insult. It's a prototype thing.
He's wrecking the defenses. How would you rather face him?
But did you see what Jesus have done to Van Dijk and Matip before?
Yeah, okay.
So the prototype of the tricky gonna be everywhere striker just annoys them more. It's not that deep, to be honest.
They could be annoyed with one. They could fear the other. You're more annoyed with
don't
Alvarez.
think they'd fear him.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
okay.
Van Dijk and Gomez pocketed Haaland at Anfield. That's all I'm gonna say. Did they not? Am I lying? They did. They did.
A terrible goal got disallowed with him creating a chance, but yeah, I hear you.
There you are. It was a foul, Vater. Behave. It was a foul.
Oh my gosh, man up, Fabinho, man up.
It was a foul. Big up Fabinho as well. The funniest part is whenever Fabinho or Rodri dive, because they're the ones usually breaking people's ankles as well. And not breaking them by good dribbles, breaking them by bad tackles. Let me tell you that right now. Before we go to Hamza, Mo says, before we proceed, I need Hamza to have some shame. Hamza, since you're the home team, we're going to come to you next. Talk to me, brother. What are you saying on the game this Saturday?
Have some shame, exactly. Have some shame. Sit down on the floor when you speak. We're at that level now. You are down there. No disrespect. You're down. You're laughable. People are laughing at you, mocking you. You're not that guy anymore. You got too many problems. You're fighting amongst yourselves. That badge is not that heavy for that Liverpool. Can't see. You're all talking, you'll never walk alone. Means nothing. Means nothing. I've been telling you. It's trophies. History that, history this, la, la, la. This is just to self-satisfy yourself to feel good. But deep down, Liverpool, you're in a poor state. We could put that knife through your heart once and you're finished. Basically, next year, if we dunk on you on Saturday, yeah, you're in trouble. Because if you don't finish top 4, let me just remind you again, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. You're going back to Europa League days again. Another rebuild. Do you remember? Do you remember?
I do remember.
And that's what I'm saying. Lovren, back to Klavan, Benteke, those guys, Lallana. Those are going to be your heroes. This different game. You can't attract players. Who would want to? I don't care. Liverpool.
Well, you talk about Champions League winner,
Europa League.
No,
but
Champions League winner,
footballers don't care. I've been saying that a lot. You see,
no, I'm asking. Are you talking about Champions League winner Lovren and Champions League winning Lallana? Is that
yeah, but still, no one looks up to them. No one looks up to them. They've got the trophy, but who cares? Yaya Toure. People respect players like Yaya Company, not like Lovren, even if it's got. But there's level to this game. I've always said. My ambition as a football club is here. Yeah, players, elite want to join me. I knock on the door, they come. I knock on the door, Real Madrid and me are sitting down, eye to eye, attracting players. You're never there.
So it's
if you don't finish top 4, you're in trouble. You better beat us. And you're in trouble because Henderson can't lead you to a victory. You're playing Etihad. You're playing us when Van Dijk is poor. Van Dijk is so poor, he's been criticized by Ruud Gullit, Van Basten, as a joke. Just go and read the interview. They laughed at him. A joke, they said. People are overhyping this guy. He's got all this award. What the hell? What does he do for us? And Van Dijk doesn't look to be special. Konate looks, he's good. Robertson's not the same again. Trent is a weakling. I used to say Trent and Robertson are the weakling. Now everyone's coming to me. Hamza, you're right. You said it 3 years ago. You're right. Henderson, I told you it was a joke. Now you're seeing James Milner. Easy, man. You can play 13 man. I'm not scared of you. James Milner, Fabinho, Henderson, midfield. I'm walking through that midfield. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's like a piece of paper, man. I'm throwing away. Get out of here. The only threat to me is Salah. And Nunez, I respect him. I think Nunez is good. And Alhamdulillah, Luis Diaz is not back. I'm scared of that guy. I said it to you. I'm scared.
He's back, by the way. He was in training today.
No, hey, keep him. Yeah. Listen, you need him fit for the Arsenal game, bro. Come on, it's dangerous. I hate Luis Diaz. I hate Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, I hate him. Listen, Salah, Nunez is special. Nunez is good. People just don't give him the hype, yeah. He causes defense problem. I've told everyone, yeah.
He's raw.
We just banter. But your strikers, but your midfield and your defense. I don't mind. Haaland's not playing, which is unlikely. I think he's not playing. Yeah, they're not going to risk it. We got bigger fish to fry afterwards. Yeah, there's level to this game. I'm going to Bayern Munich. You guys, we close the door. You guys were smoked by Real Madrid. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for shaming us this season. Thank you.
I got 6 of these. Relax. Listen, I've got 6 of these.
Now I've got Bayern Munich. So Alvarez is going to play. Yeah, Foden's missing. Yeah, so that means it's Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne now, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Rodri, and probably Mahrez. That's what I can see. That's going to be predictable. Basically, you got predictable lineup. Yeah, you're sorted. But we'll call Kevin De Bruyne is the guy that's going to cause you. Bernardo Silva hates your club. I love Bernardo. Bernardo will not let me down. I know.
Hey, we hate him too.
I know. You hate him because he's got all the medals that you can't get. He's got all the Premier League trophies like that on the chest. You can't get that. Bernardo,
Hey,
he's
we've
the
got
guy.
the medal he can't get.
Watch Bernardo. He'll not let
Oh,
you
yeah.
down. And we have to beat you. Yeah, you're a good team. But I think we're going to put a nail on your coffin. Seal it.
You know
Yeah.
what, Hamza?
Mm.
I hate the timing of it, though. I hate this international break.
Mm.
I would have loved playing them right after that Burnley game,
Leipzig.
right?
Bournemouth.
No. Our last game wasn't our last game against Burnley.
Burnley.
Oh, he's about our
Yeah.
last
Burnley.
game.
Oh, your last game. Yeah.
You'd have been
But I would-
thumped 6 or 7.
Oh my gosh, we were.
No, we
oh,
didn't play Burnley. You mean Bournemouth?
No, we
You
played
guys
Burnley.
played
They
Bournemouth.
played
We
Burnley
played
in the
Burnley.
cup. In the FA Cup.
Oh, yeah, the FA Cup. You mean? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I would have loved to just play them and keep that rhythm going. And we were flying. We were flying. No groin injury to Haaland. Everything was calm. I would love to play them right now. We get this international break, and now that's what I'm not going to say that we shouldn't be winning. We're home. We've been very strong, but I hate this interruption. I absolutely hate it because it's giving them life. Look at Diaz. Diaz is now back in training, and I don't want to see him on that left wing either. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see Nunez. I don't want to see Klopp having options. I don't want to see him having options in attack. I'm not worried about the midfield. To your point, I don't know who are they going to play in midfield. Milner, Henderson,
Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot. I'm not concerned. Kill
No,
me.
but here's the thing.
You was
though.
about to say Thiago, weren't you? You was-
I was.
yeah, you
He's
was
out.
about. You remembered yourself. You remembered
Yeah,
yourself.
I fell back.
I can't lie to you. Even when we've beat you, we've never won the midfield battle though. Like I don't recall us ever winning the midfield battle because you cannot win the midfield battle against City.
FA Cup last year.
Would you say we won the midfield battle?
Yes, we did.
Oh, Thiago,
No.
Keita, Fabinho. Yeah, we
Yes.
probably did. I
Yes.
can't lie. We probably
Thiago
did.
dropping
No.
the shoulder, switching. Yeah, long day that day. Great
Okay,
day.
this the same way you guys want to recognize full strength teams. We didn't play our strongest team in that, but that's for another conversation.
You have two players in every position, though, right?
Nah, don't believe the
Right.
hype, man. Our depth isn't there. But this
Oh
game,
yeah. Okay,
Oh,
our depth isn't there.
Yeah, our
depth isn't there.
Come up here and
Let's
relax.
squad until it's time to actually utilize that squad. Gotcha.
they talk about our depth. We can again. That's a conversation for another time. But this battle right here, this matchup, I hate the international break. I do recognize that everything's thrown out the window though, because this has been a fight that we've been having twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year, back and forth. So Pep's not going to be thinking rationally because this is Klopp that he's playing against. So when we say we know what the predicted attacking four in midfield is, we really don't. We really don't. I have my guesses on what the 11 is, but what I want to know is your defense, like Hamza said, going to be Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, and Robertson? Is
Yeah.
that what we're solid? Okay, all right. I'm cool.
That's
I'm cool
why
with
I'd
that.
rather play Haaland. That's literally why. Bro, you know Konate and Van Dijk could deal with Haaland. They just cannot deal with Alvarez. I'm telling you now, Alvarez is going to be a pro. Genuinely would rather see Haaland than the starting.
Yeah,
11.
it's true.
Honestly.
Because Alvarez doesn't stay. You know one thing about Alvarez that's beautiful? He doesn't stay still. I've seen it.
Yeah.
He goes right, he goes left. So Van Dijk doesn't know. Yeah, Van Dijk is slow. Yeah, he needs someone to be there and just to see him. But if you are around Van Dijk, it causes problems for him because he doesn't trust Trent. He doesn't trust Trent.
And
They
the
don't
pressing,
trust each other.
the pressing we
And-
could get from
and poor
Alvarez instead of
Konate-
Haaland.
Yeah, Konate is a fantastic defender. What's happened is the confidence has trickled down to the defenders because he started with Trent. Now he led up to Van Dijk. Van Dijk's not big. He's not as best as what he was before. Haaland would have just stayed as a number 9. They would have bullied him. But now Alvarez, what he can do, he can run behind them. Mahrez can run behind Robertson. The key thing for us, Trent side is key. Trent side
You don't have
is
Foden,
such
who
a
always
key
does
thing.
well against us.
Yeah.
Foden
Trent,
ain't there.
No, we have to kill that guy.
Do you think
Trent-
Grealish will cook? You think Grealish will cook over
Grealish will cook. Grealish, to me, this season, there's 2 best players for Man City. Ake, I've always called it out, and he's gonna play against Salah. Yeah,
there?
Salah is good. I don't want to jinx Salah because this guy always does me off. I'm not gonna talk against him.
Yeah.
Salah, I'm quiet, man. But the
You never
other
learn,
guy
innit? You
is
never
Trent.
learn.
No, I can't. I learned my lesson. I listen, I cussed him. I'm humbled. I'm not gonna cuss those guys anymore. I need to kill Trent. Trent is a guy. If we can run on Trent and cause problem, and Alvarez can go around there, I need Mahrez also to move in to cut Robertson. We'll win that game because we've won the midfield. It's easy. Who's
The
going to play in
midfield,
the
you
midfield?
have 100% one. But here's the thing, and this is where I want to come to Monts now, because you see everything that Hamza just says. It's exactly the reason that I'm confident. I don't think Grealish is direct enough. Foden, if he was up against Trent, he's going to run at him every time. I think Grealish is more that midfielder hybrid prototype who's going to keep the ball, keep it ticking, pass left, pass right, maybe attack in moments. Phil Foden ain't going to play. Monts, how do you see us setting up, and how confident are you? Do you see us going defensive, pressing, offensive? What exactly?
It's a bit of a double-edged. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, in my opinion. I look at Man City, and they're not usually doing the false nine that they done last season. Pep's doing this 3-2-4-1 sort of thing, where he pops Bernardo Silva left back to come receive the ball. There's no Cancelo anymore because Salah sent him on loan. After he received that ball on the half turn and plucked it in there at Anfield. He was never the same after that, guys. Let's be honest. He was never the same after that. I think when it comes to the matchup, like Kassam said, we're definitely going to lose that midfield battle. But what I will say is that I do feel like Cancelo, even though defensively, I feel like Liverpool would always kind of target him. But going forward, he'd always hurt us. His deliveries would always hurt us going forward. The way he used to break forward and give Trent issues, especially as well, and even on both sides, to be honest, it would always give us issues. I think without Cancelo, unless De Bruyne is having a good game, it's going to be a lot harder for him to create, because De Bruyne has had to play a certain way to provide for Haaland. And even though De Bruyne he's leading in assists, he's not having a great season. Like, we have eyes. He's not having a bad season, but he's not having the greatest of seasons.
KDB?
So, yeah, for me, in my opinion, I don't think KDB's having.
I agree 100%.
So who I'm looking at as the person where I'm going, fuck, it's Gundogan. It is Gundogan. He's the guy where I go, yeah, him. We need to stop him, because you press him, he'll beat you on the half turn. If you drop off, he'll find a pass. If you get too tight, he'll spin you. If you let him go, he's going to run at you. And when you have runners, Gundogan and, of course, De Bruyne, they're going to hurt you. These guys can hurt you. So I'm looking at Liverpool thinking, do you go to the Etihad with the same attitude you went for at Anfield, and you kind of sit back and bide your chances? I'm not saying we parked the bus against City in the first leg, but we very much gave up the midfield battle very early on, and we preferred to play in transition, especially in the second half. We came out a little bit at times to play ball, but, you know, as when we play Man City, as I said, we very rarely win that midfield battle. So I'm looking at the threat of Man City, and I'm with Sam on this. I would have absolutely loved to play against Haaland instead.
Same.
He struggles to break Liverpool. He struggles to
Vader,
break
literally, even Hamza agrees with us. I don't know why you're so mad.
No,
and we can say this.
Let man finish, and then I'll go deeper into it.
Just no disrespect on Haaland, by the way. This is no disrespect on Haaland. Like, I think, but every time he's come up against Liverpool, he hasn't looked as potent. I think he looked okay in the FA Cup when he got the goal, when he beat Gomez at the front post. But that's Bozo Gomez. I'm sorry. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's a Liverpool thing, Community Shield, Anfield. I'm not sure what it is. I just think that, as I said, with that prototype of a false nine, like, how about this? If you lot said, fuck this, and played De Bruyne a false nine, I would be terrified of what's about to happen to us. If you lot went back to, do you know what I'm saying? Because this 3-2-4-1 formation, you guys look susceptible to goals. I know you're on 5 straight clean sheets in all comps, but you look susceptible to conceding goals a lot more this season. And when it comes to playing Man City, I always think, all right, we need to score first. How are we going to get the second goal? Because you guys have that now, so you know how to play out the back, you know how to slow games down. But now I look at you and go, you man look queffable. I'm sorry. You man look queffable, especially on the counter-attack. If Nunez gets the ball and runs at you, you saw what he done to you, man, in the FA Cup. You saw what he done to man. You saw what he done.
It's Etihad.
No, but even the Etihad game, Nunez had about 15
wasn't the Etihad
chances.
in the FA Cup. That wasn't the Etihad. What he done?
Yeah,
Nunez and Salah,
Nunez had
they
about
were
15
missing.
chances.
How you don't beat us in Etihad? We normally
I guess, and we haven't. I get it. We haven't lost the game. Sorry, you guys haven't lost the game to us maybe since 2016, I believe.
Yeah,
6 years, I think.
Yeah, I understand that. That's why I think a draw is very much possible. I think what you man need to worry about, because everyone says Arsenal are under pressure. No. You man are under pressure. You drop points again, and this league is done. Unless we go do you the massive favour and smoke Arsenal at the Emirates. And all that does is bring it back to 8 points. With the game.
Yeah. You're going to do us a favour, I believe.
Let me
explain the Haaland thing because Vater keeps getting rattled about it because I agree with Mons. Just before that, just address these two super chats. Big up AJ who says Hullet and Van Basten picked the wrong time to talk down on VVD. He might go beast mode on Saturday, but inshallah on Alvarez we trust. AJ, I can lie to you. That quote made me even more confident because I know Virgil van Dijk hears the noise. And for all the people who are maybe not of my age, and you can ask Hamza this if he's stopped being shameless, the Dutch legends always do this. They've been talking crap for the last 30 years. It ain't new. They've spoke crap on Arjen Robben's name, on Schneider's name, on Van Nistelrooy's name. They've not left anyone they have not insulted. They've insulted every single one of them. But the thing is, what you need to understand is there's a difference in culture there because Dutch people, in terms of sports media, are blunt and straightforward. And Van Dijk's been crap this season, so maybe he deserves a bit of the criticism. And then big up to Domo who says, Trent making a comeback. His IG post tells me so. I can't lie. I think Trent's going to have a monster game, specifically given the fact that he's not playing against Phil Foden. Now, let me break it down to Vater. Big up to you, Domo and AJ, Patrick, Mo, Ryan. Big up to you guys. Everyone else, 250 people watching us. Slap the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Everyone right now, please like, subscribe. No reason why we shouldn't be on 100 likes already. So slap that like button. It's free.
Hold on. We're on 68 likes with 200 heads in here. Guys,
come on.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. Come on now.
Guys, me and Mons are wearing Liverpool colours. Like, and we're out here to fight for our club in 6th.
Yeah, City fans, yeah. We know half of the 60% of City fans, come on. Like that, man. Like that, but.
Yeah. City fans in the chat. I know you came through the support. But...
Now, here's the thing with the Haaland thing. Let me just be real. Erling Haaland is the best striker in the world right now. Erling Haaland is the best striker on earth right now. There is no need for me to lie. However, when it comes to Van Dijk and Konate, all I'm saying is, as two defenders, they would hate to play against a tricky false nine guy than they would against a striker. It is not an insult to Haaland. He's the best in the world. But I really do believe Konate and Van Dijk would have stopped him in terms of them stopping a goal scorer, a machine. They could have stopped him. But now they've got to worry about Alvarez picking the ball up left wing, right wing, midfield, advanced midfield, forward line. So now they've got to have someone just run around with Alvarez. So that's why Alvarez is a more tricky situation. Vater, is it understood or you want to fight me?
No, I understand the point. And to a certain degree, I'll accept it. Defensively, I get it. Van Dijk, Konate would rather defend against Haaland than Alvarez because Alvarez is going to be all over the pitch and they're going to have a lot more questions to have to answer. But what you get with Alvarez is also now defensively, he's a way better presser than Haaland. So Alisson's not going to be as comfortable with some of those passes that he's going to need to make because Alvarez is going to be running those channels and shadowing. He's going to create a lot more defensive problems for you guys, right? Or should I say offensive problems for you guys. Now, Haaland, the reason why I think you guys are saying I'd rather see Haaland is because you know Haaland's not available. It's something easy to say now that you know he's not playing.
No, I really would rather see Haaland. I promise you.
I'm a hold on to this. I'm a hold on to this.
The one guy I don't want to see is Foden. Foden always scores against us. Anfield, Etihad, FA Cup, whatever. Foden's always there.
You know what I hate, Hamza? You know what I hate most? The fact that Haaland's not available, because we've seen Pep do this. Pep's put both of them on that pitch. He's played them both at the same time. And I would have loved to see that.
Problems. Big problems.
Thank you.
You man think that's a thing when they play together?
The midfield.
It is a thing.
The midfield is so poor. Like, it's a joke. Like, beyond a joke. Like, I laugh at the midfield. Henderson, Fabinho. Who's the other guy that's playing? Who's the other guy?
It's probably going to be Milner.
Who's in the midfield?
Who's James Milner? That is a joke over midfield. What a joke. And let me tell you, if you're
going to win the midfield battle, 100%.
And Kevin De Bruyne is the guy. To me, Kevin De Bruyne is the guy. Kevin De Bruyne is the guy. I think he always smokes your club. Yeah, he always smokes your club. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne always scores. He can coming to a different position, attacking midfield. I think the key thing to us, is control that game, be patient. And what Liverpool have to, they're panicking. They're chasing for top 4. Liverpool no top 4 means they're done. Many years to come back. They're done. You can't attract players without the Champions League. They know it. They know it. If you don't make if you don't make top 4, let me make it clear to Liverpool fans. You are in trouble. I'm serious about that. Your heritage is not something that will attract your players. I promise you that. Players want to play in the Champions League.
We can sign players without
Hamza. Players also want to win the Champions League.
Listen,
not everyone can do that. We've heard this.
You have to win the Champions League.
You won't sign big players, but yes, you'll sign players without top.
Hamza,
they signed Pogba and Lukaku, Man United without.
No, but Man United is different, man.
And Alexis Sanchez.
Liverpool. Listen, I've never seen players.
I swear, not Mourinho all the time. They weren't.
I've never seen.
Are you going to go after Nike athletes?
Let me tell you one thing.
Hamza, let me tell you one thing. After Nike players.
Yeah, I've never seen Liverpool spending big money. Never. First, they can't spend money because you guys can't. You don't have that amount of money we have on Man United or Real Madrid. You guys spend 20 million, 15 million from Hull City, and you don't spend big on a big player.
Oh, hell no. Hey,
and that's what I say.
Hamza, hello. Hello, Hamza.
So you're worried. You're worried.
No, Hamza. I'm going to stop you there. Sorry. I know I'm going to interrupt you. Listen. We don't even buy big names when we are winning. So what difference does the Champions League make at the moment? The only big name signing we've made in the last 6 years is Thiago. And don't tell me Van Dijk or Alisson. Alisson was Chesney's understudy after one good season.
They're going to try rattle me.
Your game is Mount.
Van Dijk was not a big name when we bought him.
Do you want me to embarrass you now in front of the people? Tell them the bet? You want to do a bet now?
No. You're signing Mason Mount.
See, now you're confident.
How much do you want to bet you're signing Mason Mount?
We're not signing him, though.
Okay.
He would be a good signing.
Your club.
Hamza, just today.
Okay,
Hamza, you believe we don't have money, right? You believe we don't have money, right?
Yeah, you don't, but you desperately want Mason Mount.
Today the Chelsea reporters came out and said that they want 70 million for Mount. We ain't going to pay that.
You can't play Bellingham. You can't pay 150.
No, we can't pay Bellingham. We can't pay Mount, though.
I don't think you can. And Bellingham, I don't think he'll be interested to come to a team that's finishing Europa League. I'm sorry. He has standards. He doesn't support Liverpool. He's a Birmingham City supporter. I'm sorry. You guys can play that Jordan Henderson sitting, having tea with him. Oh, yeah, he's come to Liverpool. It's not working to many of us. Summer, if you don't
Bellingham don't sign for Liverpool, I'm going to be bold like you. So, I'm confident. I'm confident, and I stick by my confidence because for me, I don't think in a realistic world, Jude Bellingham is going to build his next 5 years based on who's in the Champions League next year, like 1 year out of the 5. That's not maybe it might be a factor, but it's a small factor. You've got to look at the system, the manager, which club you want to play for. And to be fair, I don't even think Madrid are involved. I think it's probably just us and City involved in this, but I do believe he's probably going to choose us at the end of the day. And, people
you don't finish Champions League.
People can say if you don't finish Champions League, we have seen multiple clubs make great signings without having Champions League football. When you've got Jurgen Klopp, when you've got having consistently competed at the top for the last 5 years, when you've got the players that we have in our team, the lure of Liverpool, you ain't gonna care just about one season not being in the Champions League. You've got to, calm down on that one. Big up AJ who says, Hussam, you're taking it's questionable because Virgil van Dijk said the toughest player he's come up against is Giroud. Haaland, not Alvarez, has similar side to Giroud. I completely disagree.
Yeah, he hates
Giroud and Haaland are not similar at all. At all, they're not similar. Giroud is a lot more of a player who gets the others involved around him. It's he's not a target man. He's not a classical striker, if you'd like. He actually drops deep. He's just slow as hell. That's the problem with Giroud. So, yeah. What do you want to say, Vater? Because you've been shaking
I was going to say a few things.
Yes.
I think Jude Bellingham, his camp, if they're thinking longevity career-wise, he should probably, and you guys would probably agree, midfielders should probably avoid playing at Liverpool because the mileage that you guys put on those midfielders, their careers are short. So he may, for the longevity of his career, he may want to choose somewhere else because Klopp will run the heck out of him. I'm going to leave that.
What if he wants European success?
And a shorter career.
No. What if he wants Europe? What if he wants Europe? Don't ask them. Oh, no, answer my question with a question. Don't ask my question. What if he wants European success?
So
Come to us.
he would come to Manchester City.
He'll come to us.
European success.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's like
He's
saying,
joking.
No, hold on.
He's joking. Are you serious? That you really believe that because you won 6?
Winning
You
one-
literally have
winning
0
one-
Champions Leagues.
You
Winning
don't have an
one
ambition.
with us.
I don't
Hamza,
see
pick
you.
your arguments. Hamza,
Winning
pick your
one
arguments.
with us.
You
You've
are
got the
nationwide,
history.
not worldwide.
You've got the
You are
6
nationwide.
cups. You got the 6 cups like this. Yeah, keep your
You are
cups.
nationwide.
But as an
not
ambition,
worldwide.
we have an ambition. Our owners have an ambition to want to succeed at the top level. We have to be honest here, and players want to see that. And if I'm Bellingham or a player, I'll be thinking, hold on, stingy owners. A manager who lies a lot and protects the owners, doesn't want to spend, risks to lose players' career like Alisson and Van Dijk have wasted 2-3 years because he hasn't spent money. I'm not accepting. I'm not doing that Wenger time. I'm not doing Wenger time. I don't want to go to Arsene Wenger time, do gel, and I'm not winning anything. I'm sorry. I want where I know Pep Guardiola guarantees you trophies. I know our owners guarantee success. We're an ambitious club, and everyone knows it. If you ask any fair fan where your likelihood to win anything, they'll say Man City. They'll laugh at Liverpool.
I didn't
You're
deny
a
that.
good club, but you don't have a big chance like us.
But
Because
Bellingham
we're
is
always
more like a
ambitious.
Klopp midfielder. I'm gonna be real with you. He ain't a City midfielder.
Again, Hamza.
The same way
feel like,
Thiago ain't our midfielder. Thiago should be playing for you. I can't lie.
Hamza, you're talking a lot of smack for a team that has only beat us once in our last 5, our last 5 meetings. It's talking a lot of crap. And I'm not saying we're gonna come and we're gonna smoke you and we're gonna end your league chances. But what you like to do is you like to project your insecurities onto Liverpool Football Club.
No, I love Liverpool fans.
I know, but you're projecting Manchester City's insecurities onto Liverpool. That's what you're doing. You love to talk about top 4.
Patrick.
You've bought up Bellingham, you've bought up top 4, you've also bought up Mason Mount. Now, the real focus is at the top of the table, where you are 8 points behind, of course, with a game in hand.
Thank you.
You mess this up. I repeat, if you mess this up, you are done. If that gap touches 11 points with 9 games to go,
this is stressful, man.
You
Think
are
about it.
in
Oh,
hot
my God.
Hold on. Mont, are you saying that because of your respect for Arsenal or your disrespect for City?
I'm saying it because I have eyes.
Respect for Arsenal. Do you know Monts, brother?
I
No,
hate
but-
Arsenal.
So why
hate
are you
like Arsenal at all.
saying if it hits 11 that it's over?
Because
like you're
I have
disrespecting us.
eyes. And as much as I hate Arsenal, I still have eyes. And I'm looking at what they're doing to teams week in, week out. And it's not what you guys are doing to teams week in, week out. You are not the same Manchester City. Like it or not, you are not the same team. You have tweaked your system. I don't know. Personally, I just think Pep's bored. I don't even think you man have fallen off. Honestly, I don't even think you lot have fallen off. I think Pep's just bored. And he wants to play fucking Bernardo Silva left back and tell him to come collect the ball on the left side of the box when you don't play out the back.
No, it didn't work. It worked after he changed it. Don't lie.
It worked.
Don't lie. It worked after he
I'm
changed
not
it.
gonna lie. Like, I generally think he's just doing stuff and he's chopping and changing because he's like, oh, do you know what? I need more entertainment. But now it's got to the position where he's wanted too much entertainment. He's thinking, oh wait, actually, hold on, Mikel actually might even be onto something here. Like these men are still winning. Why are they still winning? And as much, listen, we keep trying to pour the pressure onto Arsenal, but the pressure is more on you guys. You have the heritage, you have the experience, but you're not showing it. You're not.
All I'm going to say this. Sorry, Hamza, one thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. We've been doing what we typically do. Unfortunately, you guys haven't been doing what you typically do. You normally get your 3 points from Arsenal like clockwork, like looking at your alarm clock. It's automatic.
We're your hype man. We make you better. Because we're not around, that's why you're not better. We're your hype man, right? Okay. We're the bridesmaids, right? We're the second place. We're the best. We're the best Luigi's, right?
I'm not saying all that. I'm not saying
no, you are.
No, right? But because we're not there right now, that's why you man are second. That's why you man are at the top.
No, I think the thing is, yeah, this is we agree here. This is not.
Hamza, do you agree with this, by the way? KDB
yeah, I
is overrated.
agree. Liverpool. I said to
no, do you agree with this thing? KDB is overrated. He's a stats merchant. Do you agree with this?
No, there's level to this game. There's no way. There's levels to this game.
What do you think about him coming out and saying he's an old man?
No, he didn't. He said, they asked him, are you old? And he said, I'm not an old man. Listen, there's standards to this game. Yeah, he will retire. Yeah, I think he will surpass Gerrard Fact. I don't even need to question.
My God.
Oh my God, it's a fact.
No,
It's a
it's not.
fact. It's a fact.
Deflecting.
It's a fact. There's
Insecurity.
standards.
You're
Listen, Gerrard is a
deflecting, though.
great
You are
player.
deflecting.
Yeah. If KDB
No,
retires,
Gerrard was the Villa manager. He got sacked. Why are you worried about Gerrard?
no. I'm saying Gerrard is to me is the top midfielder. One of the greatest in midfielder in the Premier League's ever seen. I've never seen. I used to aspire like, wow, Steven Gerrard was a don. There's no doubt. But I'm saying Kevin De Bruyne, to me, he will surpass him. He will surpass David Silva. He will surpass David Silva.
City don't. Gerrard has a goal at Anfield this season. You know that, right?
He'll surpass a player called David Silva, who won the World Cup and the Euro and won everything as a player except the Champions League. He will surpass him. And KDB, to me, I've never seen a special.
Surpassed Scholes, but he cannot surpass Gerrard.
No, he's
Gerrard
Kevin
has
De
a
Bruyne.
goal at Anfield this season and he's 42. And
To me, when he retires, I've said it so many times. To me, Modric, I compare him and Modric. Yeah, I compare him and Modric. Although Modric has got Champions League over him, yeah, he has played against Modric, and he makes Modric run for his life. He has outplayed Modric 3 out of 4 games when we've played. He outplayed Modric when they made Belgium and Croatia. He battered Goretzka and Kimmich on the weekend.
How many games did you win when he outplayed?
Their levels.
Which games did he win when he outplayed Modric? Which games did he actually win?
Real Madrid, Man City away. Real Madrid, Man City at home. Man City, Real Madrid out. And then we lost the third one, but he got taken off. But he ate Modric alive. 3 games. 3 games.
Did he win that game? Did he win the game?
No, he beat Croatia. Belgium, Belgium, Croatia, they drew, but he was man of the match. There's levels. So to me,
this man of the match crap just doesn't work. Listen, at the end of the day, he came up against Modric last season. He lost. Full stop.
And
him and Henderson are the same.
And every time you beat Real Madrid, what did it lead to?
Let me ask you a question.
When they beat you, it led to a Champions League.
Is Modric better player than Steven Gerrard?
Yes, Modric, yes.
There you are. So I end my story. If I compare,
there's no story because Modric is clear of KDB.
I'm gonna compare to Steven Gerrard. No way.
Modric is clear of KDB, brother.
We have to respect KDB, what he's done for Man City. He's won us league title himself. He's taken us to that level we've never been.
He ain't won that champ, bro.
He was out for a whole season and you still won it. How you say?
We lost the Champions League. We lost the Champions League because he was off the pitch. I told he was off the pitch for 40-30 minutes. When he was on the pitch, he was creating chances. When he came off the pitch, we could not win the Champions League. There's level to this game.
Hey, no one told Pep to sub him off. Then that's your world.
The guy nearly lost his eyesight because of the thug that he played Rudiger thug. That is not there to play football.
I can't lie, Hamza. I can't lie, Hamza. Listen, the fact you have given half. He called him a thug. Yep. I Hamza, you gave Havertz and Mount and them man a career. Without you, there's no.
Oh my God.
To Mitchell, who says, which team does Hamza support? And why is he wearing a half and half scarf? They are for tourist neutrals. He's a City fan, as you can tell, Mixed Mitchell. Why is he wearing a half and half? I guess because we're doing a preview.
Man City Liverpool.
Yeah. Plus, we ain't really rivals like that. I'm gonna be real with you. We ain't rivals. Like it ain't a Man United half and half. Then it's
the only thing that worries me on Saturday is Edison.
I'm gonna get into that because I do want to ask you that question. Selection says Bellingham's a passion merchant and more importantly workhorse. Fits Klopp. Pep should go for the better player in McAllister. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Listen, we're gonna disagree on the second part, but the first part I agree on. Thiago is not a Klopp midfielder. Thiago would have worked at City 100 times better, bro. Like that ain't an insult. The same way, I just think Bellingham is a freedom type player. He ain't like Pep telling him like stay here exactly and positionally do this position. At Liverpool, he's just gonna get given the keys, do whatever the hell you want. Big up to Messi FC, says Money Mace, Captain Fantastic, Fine Wine Miller. Messi FC, I want to slap the hell out of you one day. Honestly, I'm just going to slap you. Thank you for the super chat. Big up to AJ, says, once you would go bald to have KDB for one season. Correct?
I'll go bald to sign 2 midfielders. What are you talking about? Of course I'll go bald for KDB.
Bro, of course. Of course, same. I'd love to have KDB play for my club. Big up to Messi FC, who says Hendo is better than that fraud Butler Gerrard.
Hold on. You was talking about KDB and stuff. Like, KDB hasn't even won it all for his club. A certain Jordan Henderson has won it all for his club, though. So
100% true, 100%. Big up to Madridista, who's a Madrid fan. He says Modric is greater than any midfielder in this era. Hey, the only guy that's arguable is Iniesta. I think Iniesta is better, but Xavi and Zidane were from the older era, so I hear you, to be fair to you. But Iniesta, for me, I put above Modric. But thank you so much for the super chat. Big up to Aminu, says KDB got destroyed by Mount Jorginho in the Champions League final.
No, he didn't. He didn't play.
Sorry about fuck.
He got stopped by the thug Rudiger, apparently. That's who stopped him. Hamza's so shapeless, man. Morshin says, big up Hamza. Big up to you, Hamza. Big up to you, Morshin, as well, for the super chat. Big up, Akhi. Is this joke of a City fan from South Africa? No, he is not from South Africa. He is from the UK, my brother. He lives in England.
Why are they attacking Hamza for it? Because he has his point of view.
Hey,
they just don't like how he delivers it.
Vater, when I go on rival channels, it's the same as Hamza going on rival channels. We're gonna get attacked. It comes with the territory, brother. You know, you are a little bit relaxed. Mons is the same as us. We get attacked all the time. It's normal. Anyway, 320 people watching us right now. Slap the like button. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. Everyone right now, please like that video. Subscribe to This Is Football. 150 likes minimum. Slap up the like button. Subscribe. Big up to Ryan, Mo, Patrick, AJ, Domo, Amin, Mixed Mitchell, Selection, Messi FC, Madridista, Morshin, and KRE8 for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe. So now, I want to bring this back. Forget Bellingham. Forget Modric. Forget all of this. Let's speak on this Saturday. Let's go back to the game that's going to happen 12:30 kickoff. Now, personally, I'm just going to say this and then we open the floor up. I think Liverpool are going to win. The reason why I think is Liverpool's going to win is Liverpool win when you least expect it. Liverpool have turned up against all the big teams this season. I am more scared to play Leeds. I am more scared to play Wolves. I'm more scared to play any of them, man. I've beaten United. I've beaten City. I've beaten Spurs. I've beaten all of them guys. I think we're going to win.
That'd be Arsenal, but
yeah, and should have beat Arsenal. You know, we were crap that game though, but you could have beat them.
No,
so
up until the Diaz injury, but we would have won.
Yeah, and then here's the thing: people say Etihad this, Etihad that. Last two results of the Etihad were both draws. It's not like they beat us convincingly or anything. Last two Premier League results of the Etihad both been draws. So we have went to the Etihad and done well before. I think a draw would be a positive result for us, a very negative result for them. And you can't. You have to win every game now. And the reason why I'm confident, Arsenal fans can relate. When Diogo Jota's out, Arsenal fans are happy. Foden ain't gonna play. Foden always plays at a 10 out of 10 level against Liverpool. Now that he ain't there, I think Trent is gonna deal with Grealish with ease, and Liverpool are gonna win this game 1-0. Mo Salah, the guy that owns the city of Manchester. Not just Man City. He owns that whole city because he's dunked on both the head tops before. 1-0. And I think we keep a clean sheet. I'm done.
Okay. All right. A lot of things were said right there. And I gotta deal with this. Hold on.
Unpack it.
Yeah, let me try. This getting wins from City at home and away, I think we need to relax a little bit. Like you said, we've been playing often, and really there've been draws between us. I know you got the win, you got that one Cancelo stupid defending, but you got the win at your house. But you're now claiming to come to our house, keep a clean sheet. So that means keeping us from scoring in our house in a game where we do have to win. This is where I'm getting a little confused. You guys are acting like you forgot how we've been fighting the last 2 years. We've shown that when it's time to win, we get a result. Why are you now throwing that out the window? Because it's Arsenal? Why are you throwing this out the window? This game matters. We've got 11 left. We have to close this gap. You say we need a draw. You know what? I hate this, but I keep closing my eyes and I see a draw happening. I don't see a loss. I see a draw happening. And when I really think about what Pep might do with full bodies, I see a win. But it looks like Haaland's not available, despite what you guys say. If we get a draw, I still see us winning this league. I don't see you guys beating us. This 1-0 Salah getting a goal, I'm not seeing it. Now, you guys can try to replicate what you did at home. Sit a little further back. Klopp conceding, saying, you know what, I can't play my style of football against Pep. Let me drop this line back a little bit. Let me try to catch them on a counter. And that's exactly what it did. Alisson, a terrible free kick from KDB, by the way. KDB literally kicked it in Alisson's hands. Alisson with a kick out. We know we know the rest. Cancelo, terrible tackle. Salah's one-on-one with Ederson.
It's always Salah as well. It's always him.
Yeah, it's always Salah. So I don't see this being a clean sheet either way. I still, honestly, healthy bodies, we win. Even with Alvarez at striker, I see us getting a draw at the very least. You need to calm down with this win that you're describing, because, again, we are going to put you guys under pressure with that midfield. I'm talking defensively. You guys can say offensively, you're going to bypass your midfield. Trent's going to spray passes. Van Dijk's going to spray passes. Robertson's going to spray passes. Cool. You're going to bypass your midfield. All we're going to do is
run behind. It ain't even that.
No, that's cool. Yeah, you're going to bypass our midfield with those long balls. But I'm talking about now defensively. We're not going to pin you guys. We're going to see how well you guys can defend and how smart your midfield is going to move around. It's going to be an amazing game at the end when it's all said and done. But this 1-0, slow down with that. I want to hear what your 11 is, because that's where I'm going to properly understand where this confidence is coming from.
The same exact 11 you put out, but instead of Diaz, Jota, and Nunez on the left, not down the middle.
Diaz is going to be Jota, okay.
So it's Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Milner, Salah on the right, Nunez on the left, Jota down the middle. That's probably going to be the team.
All right.
Unless Klopp triggers the Firmino card somehow. Possible, maybe. Not impossible.
I think if we do decide to go long ball, then I think he does trigger the Firmino card.
Yeah, possible. So he basically uses Firmino as a fourth midfielder and just puts Salah and Nunez, tells them run. It's a possibility.
Because for me, I think Jota's playing in high heels at the moment. He's playing in Timberlands and Shoe Religion jeans at this moment in time. He's still kind of getting back to what he needs to do. He hasn't played any football. They've barely played any football this season. But the only football he's played this season is when he dunked on you, man, in the 1-0 win. Because if you remember, Jota was phenomenal that game.
He was.
His pressing was nice. Yeah. His pressing was nice. Yeah.
I think, you know what? I think we see Arthur Melo. Not starting. I think we see Arthur Melo making an appearance.
It. That's such an own goal, man.
Where do you see him?
I see him on the bench. You man really thought I see Arthur Melo.
I was about to change it. I was about to change this right here. I was like, where do you see him?
No. Melo ain't starting, man. Arthur Melo ain't starting.
No. On a serious note, I like the 1-0 thing. I think we're going to frustrate City, because I do think the pressure is on both teams. The stakes are high for both teams. You see, the difference with our situations is that in the top 4 battle, there are inconsistencies around. There are inconsistencies. So there's space to lose games. Tottenham could win one game 3-0 and then they can go lose to bottom of the league. They were literally 3-1 up at Southampton and they drew the game 3-3. You don't know what Tottenham you're going to get. Newcastle have almost forgotten how to score goals. Great defensive record, but now they're starting to leak a few goals. You know, Isak, if he's not on form, they ain't scoring. I don't care what anyone says. So there's insecurities there. So there's inconsistencies there as well. And then the others are obviously Brentford and Brighton, and then say what you need to say about them. And then there's us, of course. When it comes to your situation, Arsenal have won, I believe, is it 22 games? They've only dropped points in like 4 games this season or something like that. So their consistency is ridiculous. We are not battling consistency. So we have space or room for error. You don't. So if you concede first, you start to panic. You open up, the floodgates open.
We don't panic. Where's this panic coming from? You haven't seen us panic. Where's this panic coming from?
We don't panic. You drew to Nottingham Forest. You couldn't break the draw. You just about go over the line against Palace.
No, we fully panicked that game. Come on, Vater, be honest.
We don't panic. We don't panic. The season last year, did we panic?
We don't panic. This isn't the same City as last year. Didn't we just establish this? This isn't the same City as last year. You are not him anymore. You're not him anymore because you don't have the hype, man. You don't have us breathing down your neck to make you better.
See, I just think that
Mario without Luigi. And right now, Mario is on his ones. He's on his ones.
I think
he's used to fighting Bowser. Now he's facing Wario. He doesn't know. You don't know about this. Is new.
We want this trophy.
This is Mario against Sonic the Hedgehog, basically.
Yeah,
this trophy is the princess.
And you don't know what to do.
The trophy is princess, and we want this princess. We're gonna get it like we have been getting it.
If Bernardo Silva's coming to collect the ball at left back, I don't think you want this princess. Man.
I just think that
you lot have bummed it out on so many occasions. I can literally see cracks in your game and your style. So for me, I do think there's a listen, I know a draw is very likely. I'm very much on your side with the draw, but I can understand where we're coming from when it comes to getting a win. Because if Liverpool score first, I think the floodgates open. And I think if you guys score first, I think the same thing. Floodgates open for us. And you guys generally, I think you do not beat us 1-0. I think you either pam us or you lose.
No disrespect, but I've seen you guys score early, and yes, the floodgates happen, but Real Madrid,
like Real Madrid,
had a different series of
you
floodgates.
They go score 2 and then you just capitalize.
Real Madrid aren't in the same Real Madrid though.
Bro, don't bring up Real Madrid when you man are nationwide. We don't capitalize 5 against Real Madrid. No chance. Especially at home. Especially at home. Ask Real Madrid. Stop using another team's rod. Stop using another team's rod to beat us. That's what Man United. I just want to say, like, I just seen, like, listen, I looked at your fixtures in January, yeah? Liverpool Wolves, yeah, Brentford Liverpool 3-1 to Brentford. Liverpool Wolves at home 2-2. Brighton Liverpool 3-0 to Brighton. Liverpool Chelsea, the worst Chelsea side. You gave Mudryk a career. Remember, you gave Mudryk a career. No one talked about Mudryk's going to be this. He then went dazzle past everyone. Everyone thought, oh my God, Mudryk's dangerous. But we realized it's Liverpool's defense. Yeah. Then you played Brighton in FA Cup. You lost. You then lost 3-0 to Wolves again. Yeah. Then you won to Everton. But then you lost to Madrid, drew to Crystal Palace. This is a team that is low on confidence. They don't trust each other. They're panicking. They haven't got leadership. And even their leaders not leading. They're internationally and club level. When people panic, everyone capitalize. Like, and I can see a team that it's like I can see myself like a lion. The prey is there. It's bleeding. You're bleeding. You're on the floor bleeding. We're ready to eat you.
But you're not Madrid once again.
The problem is, if you lose, look at this. Brighton have got 1 game in hand already and they're on 42 points. I never knew this. Brighton, just remember, Brighton are 7th place. They've played 25 games. You've played 26. You're both on 42. You lose this, they got 2 games in hand. It's getting tough now. Brentford have also the same points as you. You're in trouble. So you're coming there, panicking, worried. Brentford and Brighton behind me. I'm really worried. Right. So we're not under pressure. You're insignificant under pressure because your season depends on this. Klopp's reputation depends on this season. He knows.
Hamza, I used to call the Arsenal fans when it suits me FC. So why are you using the game in hand and you're using all this pressure in and around the top 4 as logic to apply for Liverpool, but you don't apply the same logic for Arsenal? Why are you not applying the same logic at the top of the table? Because there are inconsistencies around the top 4. No one is putting together runs. You put together 1 run of games, you are in the top 4. It's as simple as that this season. You put together a run at the end of the season and you could still lose this league by 5 points. That's the difference.
But I'm just saying that
you're missing the point.
Games you lose.
You also have to hold your
Arsenal. But Brighton aren't Arsenal. Brighton are lose games. Arsenal are.
And by the way, we've already mentioned
I forgot Bournemouth.
One second, Hamza. Me and Mons have already mentioned this. But in between those games, we've beaten Spurs, we've beaten Man United, we've beaten you, we've beaten the big teams. Like the thing is,
that's a long time ago before the World Cup. For goodness' sake.
Yeah, but we turn up against the big teams. We always turn up.
Yeah, but this is
Newcastle, St. James's Park, tough game. We turn up, we win 2-0. Everton, Merseyside derby, we turn up, we win 2-0. The same Everton that beat you. So, yeah.
I think you guys don't look forward to wins. You guys are anxious even before games. I've never seen Liverpool fans hosting YouTube and house spaces. They're already worried. It sounds worried.
I'm not worried at all. I've said we're going to win.
And I can see that, you're coming to the biggest game, yeah? You know that Etihad, you can't win in Etihad. You've never won in Etihad. Your fan base know this is a place where you've had PTSD. All those titles have come here. You've lost the last minute. Aston Villa was here. Last time you came here, you luckily drew. Your player should have been sent off. You are without Thiago Alcantara. You are without most likely Luis Diaz. You got a very negative team. You have nothing to play. You've got Premier League to play for. You're worried. You don't understand. If I'm a Liverpool player now, I'm worried about this game. I'm thinking, yo, our
I'm not.
reputation and on the line. What do? We're going to play champions.
So Hussam,
Yes.
you don't win this game. You're still comfortable making the top 4, right?
Yeah, I think we'll minimum get a draw. I don't see you winning at all. I think it's a draw or a Liverpool win.
Okay, let me also put this. Let me kind of adjust the conversation a little bit, because everyone's quick to say we're not the same city of last season. I get it. We got different players. We got a different system. But let's be real. At this point, last year, 27 games last year, we had 2 more wins. Essentially, we've got 1 more draw, 1 more loss this year than we did last year. 21 wins last year, 19 wins this year. It's not this huge fall off. We're not the same club. We're unrecognizable. Let's relax with that. Let's relax with that. As much as we've been doing our remodeling, updating our kitchen, updating our bathrooms, not a full teardown like what many of you have to do. As much as we've been doing that, we're still in the proximity of being city and doing what we do. Now this run,
I haven't denied that, but I just think we're gonna stink it up. Look, based on Liverpool itself,
I don't get it.
listen, there's 2 ways to beat Man City. You either have to do smash and grab, or you have to press the crap out of them. We ain't gonna press because we don't have the legs or the intensity or the midfield. So what we're gonna do? Smash and grab. That's it. We're just gonna do Thomas Tuchel type stuff. You know, that's it. Just park the bus, be annoying, be, you know, just defend.
I would love to see Klopp park the bus.
But
Hussam,
we literally park the bus at Anfield. What makes you think we won't park it at the Etihad?
Hussam, let me tell you.
At Anfield, we park the bus. In our own backyard, we park the bus. You think I wouldn't? Bro, also, what bothers me is this. Look, all the pressure is on you. The comment section has mentioned it already. We're underdogs. Like, no one gives a shit. Like,
you guys are always
you know,
underdogs. We've been hearing that the last 3 years.
How many
man.
years are you
no,
underdogs?
no.
Against us.
That's
No,
Always
cap.
underdogs
you know
against
that.
us.
You've been saying underdogs the last 3 years.
That
man.
is cap because when
The pressure,
when-
they're scared of pressure.
because
They're scared
last
of
season
pressure.
me and you also worked together, and before you came to Anfield, I said we're gonna win. So I've never had this like underdog mentality, but this time we're actually crap. Like we generally are 6th, so like by definition we're underdogs.
And this is a City team that just played Champions League, and they send a message to Europe. We beat 7-0 Leipzig. Leipzig that was two points away from Bayern. They rattled Bayern in Leipzig, yeah. And Vardy was one of the best defenders in the World Cup, the upcoming best centre back. We made him look like Phil Babb. We made him look like Michael Dewberry, Frank Sinclair, Wes Morgan. We finished his career. One of
Who are
the
you
greatest
talking
centre
about?
back has to revive his career. We were winning 7-0. We came to the game after that. We played Burnley, top of the championship. Probably the best team in championship ever, they're saying. This team we made Company look like, wow. He was shocked. He was like, what the hell, man? This team is different. And then you're coming, you think that
So
you
Hamza,
can
one
beat
second.
us.
So 5 minutes ago you were talking about Real Madrid, and now you want to talk about Leipzig and Burnley. We're not Leipzig.
Leipzig
we're not
beat Real
Burnley.
Madrid, 3-2 this season. They beat Real Madrid.
And
And we
And
beat
what?
them 7-0.
no, but even when I was winning the league, I still lose to Real Madrid anyway. Like Real Madrid always beat us. It's not something new, you know. But once again, the last 2 games at the Etihad in the league have been draws. We just watched the FA Cup game at the Etihad. Nunez missed 500 chances. It's not impossible. I'm telling you now. You think Klopp tactics get a clean sheet? I do think so. Selection. I really do think that because, you know, listen, the Haaland thing. I just wish he was playing. Big up to Selection who says Klopp tactics versus Pep tactics. Scratching nose. Big up to my gaffer, Zerbi and Brighton. Don't lose games, but draw or likely win them. Pep winning, by the way. You know, Selection, one day Zerbi is going to move to a big club. One day. And when he moves to a big club and he stinks it up, I'm going to dunk on your head top. Live on YouTube, I'm going to dunk on your head top. Also, last I checked, aren't Brighton below us in the league? So what exactly are you flexing right here? It's a weird flex, my brother. It's a weird flex. Big up to you, though. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I swear Brighton lost to City as well. No? Didn't Brighton lose to City?
Yeah, did we beat them? This year we beat them. We beat them. Haaland by Louis Dunk.
Yeah, they beat them anyway, so there is no difference. Anyway, everyone watching us right now, slap that like button. 350 people watching us. Big up to you guys. Like the video. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Approaching 12.1k subscribers. So big up to you guys. Like the video, subscribe. Big up to Ryan, Mo, Patrick, AJ, Domo, Amin, Mitchell, Selection, Messi FC, Madridista, Morshin, KRE8 for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Most importantly is you all slap that like button. Subscribe to This Is Football right now. So look, We've spoken on everything already. Final topic. There's something that me and Monts are experts on. We are experts in one specific topic because me and Monts have seen something as children, and we've also seen something as adults that you have never seen as a Man City fan. And I'll be damned if we leave the stream without speaking on this specific topic right here. The big ears. As you know, the UEFA Champions League. He almost knocked at his water. Me and Monts, you see the difference between me and you? Me and Monts, we went to the Allianz, we burnt it down. 3-1. Easy, light work. Even the goal that they scored was Matip own goal. They didn't score a single goal. We scored all the goals. So now, Hamza, we have to ask you, do you think you're going to win the Champions League this season? Thomas Tuchel, Bayern Munich, then Real Madrid?
I think, one thing I have to say. I'm disappointed UEFA for that draw first. Very disappointed first. And I said it after the draw because it's a joke that you got Farmers League teams like AC Milan, Inter, Benfica one side. That's like Europa side. And then you got the big boys. Manchester City, UEFA ranked number 1. Bayern Munich, UEFA ranked number 2. Real Madrid, number 4. Yeah? The 3 big boys
number 3?
Are there. Number 3 is Napoli. I don't know how they got there. They're one of those guys that got into the party. No one invited them.
Hey,
they've not played Champions League for years. I don't know how they go into the number 3. But why the best teams are all in one pot and you're not making a fantastic final? Because one of the greats is going to lose. Yeah? 2 of the greats are going to go out. Two of the greats. I think it's not me. So it has to be someone else. I know Chelsea first Graham Potter can't go, so he's off. Yeah, the Bayern Munich game is stressing me a lot on two reasons. Yeah, these guys have cheated their league. They buy every best talent in their league. It's like me coming to Man City and I buy Bukayo Saka. I bought Luis Diaz from you. I bought Van Dijk from Sam. What kind of joke is this? They bought from Dortmund. Everyone in their league, they're there. Sam, you look at their bench, Mane. If I can handle their first 11, I look at their bench. They got Mane, they got Leroy Sané, Gnabry. I'm thinking, I'm holding my head. I've already got this small hair that's left here. Listen, I can pick up my hair. Listen, I need to save this for the final, please. Pray for me. I've been hurt so many times. So many injustice in the Champions League. Yeah, I need to beat Bayern. I need to beat this fraud Thomas Tuchel. I call him German Di Matteo. He didn't do anything in this country, yeah? He used to get thumped with Plymouth Argyle. He used to get thumped with Brighton. Wolves thumped him. The same season he was getting thumped, this guy got sacked by September or something. He lost 3-0 to Leeds. I need to thump this guy. He's got blood on his hands. So I pray, yeah, that game against Bayern at home, we will beat them, inshallah. It's a month of Ramadan. I've eaten my dates. We will beat them. I need to get that Champions League because I deserve it. It's like I've sweated. It's like me. I've come to work every day and you don't pay me. I've worked hard for this Champions League. It's my turn. I have a right to get this Champions League now because otherwise it's just a jinx. This year, I believe it's my year. It's Istanbul in the final. It was meant to be not in Porto that year. It was meant to be in Istanbul that year. Some do you know that? And because of COVID, they moved from Istanbul to Porto. So probably God knew Hamza, because it was done in Istanbul, I'll take you back where it was. And the final, I would love if we do the treble. Oh my God, if I do the treble, Sam, pray for me. Let me just get one treble, man, please. I'm a humble guy.
No, I don't want you to do the treble. Listen, if you win the Premier League, it makes no difference to my life. But if you win the Champions League, I cannot see that. I don't want City to win the Champions League.
Man, I need that.
You know what, Hamza? That same stress that you have.
I don't want Bayern to win it either. I want Madrid to win it. Or an Italian team. I'm actually backing Inter. I like Inter. As much as Nazario does my head, and I want Inter to win it. I can't lie.
I want the format to be changed. I said.
What about Napoli winning it?
Yeah, AJ's saying that. He's saying Hamza was right to make the Champions League to a league format. But aren't they doing that already?
No,
I swear they're doing it.
Veta. I said it.
Yes, they are. They're going to make it into...
but I said, if the Champions League, if you want... I've said it. I even wrote to UEFA, yeah? I said, if you want to make it respectable...
Wait, what did you say?
Make it top 2. Only top 2 enter
He wrote to UEFA.
Top 2 should enter. I don't want 3 or 4. It just makes it boring.
Yeah,
why should someone third or fourth enter? Yeah, I don't want a third, fourth to be in the Champions League. Top two, make into a league, all the best team in their country, and the runners-up who unluckily didn't win it. Let's fight it out. Me, Madrid, Arsenal this time, Man City. We go all out. Bayern Munich, Dortmund. We put in a league. Whoever finishes on top of the league, there's no smash and grab. I lose to Real Madrid, but I'm going to earn all my points. I think City wins that. I think City are not good for cup competition. Wigan won the FA Cup, knocked me out in the FA Cup. They didn't deserve it. So that's what I say. Chelsea would never have won it, Osam. Chelsea would never win that. 100%. I'll put money there. Chelsea will never finish top of the league with Real Madrid and Barcelona and Inter Milan and AC. And the likes of Man City, no chance. You're not winning that. It's only you have to be that great to be top of the league. That's when it will be respected. People respect that competition and say, wow, UEFA, what a great competition. This is truly deserved.
As someone who's won the Champions League 6 times, we don't need them to change nothing. Just as it is. You need the luck of the draw. You need to be able to eliminate people in a knockout competition. It being in a league format will just make it boring and dead.
Should we make the Premier League a cup format?
Yeah, should we just make a Premier League a cup format?
Yeah, it'll be dead.
No,
that's what Champions League is like a cup.
But then why do you want to change something? It works.
You guys aren't listening to the professor. You're not listening to the professor.
No, we are, and this is there's one fan base that's going to be watching Saturday 12:30 that agrees with you, and that's the other fan base with no Champions League in the top 6 who agrees with you. They want it to be a league format so they can win it, but unfortunately, life don't work this way. You've got to knock people out. Now, because of luck of the draw, Inter can make a Champions League final. Napoli can make a Champions League final. If it's just league format, none of these teams could ever make it. And they deserve the right to make it just as much as you do. Just because you spend 500 billion every summer, and some teams can't afford that. You have to give them the opportunity to win.
The same playing field, by the way, as well. Like, let's
Champions League is to be top 2. The best team in Champions is a champion. Only the champions should be invited. The top 2. It then became a joke.
That's the part you guys aren't listening to. Hamza's
why are you inviting 3 or 4?
No, he's saying make it a league format.
Okay. No, but before that, to qualify, you need to be the top 2. That's what you guys are doing.
But
I know why you guys don't want it, because you're not guaranteed top 2 every year. I'll sign my signature. I'll be represented. I'll put my hand up and say, and Real Madrid will sign, and I know Barca will sign, but Liverpool, you guys, and Chelsea and Arsenal, you will abstain because
Hamza, it's nothing to do with that. What it sounds like to me is maybe the right message, but the wrong messenger. If you had 3 Champions Leagues and you want to change the format, by all means, change that format, because you've proved that you can win it on more than one occasion and that one of them wasn't just a fluke. But when you have no Champions League to your name, no European heritage, when Tottenham have more European heritage than you don't get to make this. You don't
wait, Mons. Can you fluke a Champions League?
Hold on.
You can fluke it.
Hold on.
No, you can't fluke it. No.
I heard him say fluke. I just heard him say fluke. That's why I was asking.
Just to prove in case that because people say our Premier League was a fluke. Some people said even though we won by 20 odd points, some shit like that. It was 20 points clear at one stage. But listen, I'm saying if you cannot win the Champions League in the current format, you don't get to call the shots. You don't get to make these acquisitions. You don't make to make these requests.
I hear that. I'm just what the professor was saying is Champions League meant you were top 2 to have won it. So imagine those clubs back then saying, you know what? You don't deserve the right for this new format being top 4 winning a Champions League. He's just talking about the integrity.
I don't think you don't deserve to be. How can a team listen, no disrespect to Liverpool, you were 5th in this league and you won the Champions League. How can you be 5th, struggling in your own league, and you're champions of Europe? That's a joke.
Yeah, and
it's
you know
who we beat
that year? We beat the likes of Juve. We'll beat the likes of AC
because
Milan.
it was a cup competition. But Hussam, be honest. Yeah,
no, but
you did well. Congratulations. It's an amazing run.
No,
but
you're
if
not
you had a league format,
no,
that team will know.
Because I'm a football historian. In 2005, AC Milan and Juventus were 2 of the best teams on earth. Literally 2 years before that, they were in the Champions League final together. We beat Juve and AC Milan. And we won the Champions League. So, listen, for me, the reason why I'm against it is the entertaining part of the Champions League. The best part about it is the idea of the small margin of error. Like, one mess up in the Champions League and you're out. As we saw in the league last season, for example, Liverpool were so crap for a long period of time. We were 16 points behind, and somehow we made that gap into 1 point. So it's possible. Let's put it this way. Man City next season could lose the first 5 games and still win the league. It ain't impossible. But in the Champions League, if you could, what do you mean? If you win 32 games, you win the league.
Okay, depends on surroundings, but go finish.
Yeah, but that's the point. Yeah. If you lose 3-4 games in the Champions League, you out. That's the thing. That's the difference.
Leon beat me. Let me say this.
The margin of error is small, and you're playing against teams with totally different styles.
Let me say this, guys, real quick.
You've got to play against the Ligue A teams. You've got to play against the Serie A teams. You've got to play against the German teams. You've got to play against the East European teams who will die on that pitch to beat you.
Sam, you're forgetting one thing.
When I won the Champions League, I lost to Red Star Belgrade. You know that the guy that scored against me was an electrician? You know that?
Sam, you know, you're forgetting.
He scored a goal against Van Dijk. He was an electrician, brother.
The greatest manager that this league has ever seen got pammed in Europe. Sir Alex Ferguson got his ass handed to him on numerous occasions in the Champions League. So if he, even though again he did win it, obviously I'm not saying he didn't win it, whatever. If he had his ass handed to himself in Europe on multiple occasions, and he did, and we're not even talking just by the Barcelonas. Bilbao, remember that one? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Understand? There's games I can mention where
what I say.
And there are historic games. What?
Games that
How many times have you guys seen the replay of Porto beating Man United? Mourinho running down the touchline. Costinha. How many times have you seen that?
I'm with you.
Those iconic moments don't happen if it's a league format. It doesn't happen.
No, I'm cool. We know the Super League is coming down the road, so we'll see what that ends up being, and whether you guys or whether we have the same energy for the Super League that we do for the Champions League, and see what happens. But my studies, because again, I haven't won a Champions League, but I'm studying because I want to understand how to handle it. I want to know what my failures were beforehand. I've taken down many notes. I jot things down.
Bus. You want to win it?
Here's a
Benitez.
Hamza,
Rafa Benitez was good at this.
Here's the thing that I noticed.
I'll never forget Rafa Benitez and Mourinho, most boring managers. When they met each other, I swear to God, it was the most boring game. Each of them, 11 at the back, 11 at the back. Hoof. Bro, little mistake, one goal, 1-0. Hold it off. And that's it. The guy will go through. And I was thinking, Champions League, when you hear the anthem, you give it respect, entertainment, beauty, fantastic football. You deserve it. Champions. People see you and say, wow, they really deserve to be the champions. These guys are the ones. Not like Trophy Havertz makes them out. Oh my God. This is the level.
Yeah, Havertz got the Champions League because of you, though.
This is what I was getting at. This is what I was getting at with regards to Champions League. This is what I was getting at with regards to Champions League, because I've looked at it. I've looked at the bracket. The reason why I'm actually happy with this side of the bracket, we talked about concerns playing Bayern, the fact that Tuchel's now their manager. Okay, cool. But what I love that I see on our side is, one, Bayern aren't comfortably coasting through their league. They can't just focus on Champions League. They got Dortmund to worry about. Then they have their domestic cup to worry about against Freiburg, I believe. And then 3 days later, they got to play Freiburg again, league matches, and they're all in the top 4. They've got to worry about their league and Champions League. There's no this coasting, just play all their best 11 and wait for Champions League. Then after that, if it happens to be Chelsea, okay.
Which it won't be. Let's be real.
Bring me Real.
You know
for the Chelsea fans out there,
Potter ain't beating no Madrid. Have shame.
I've seen us lose to lesser teams. So
we beat Chelsea 100%.
We'll see what happens. But
no, that's not what I mean. I mean Chelsea are losing to Madrid 100%. They ain't gonna go.
Veta. If I heard Real Madrid fans say this, they said we don't want Man City. I swear to God. I said
that's
why?
A lie. They said
he knows. Well, I swear to God, I'm saying. I said why? He knows. Veta. They know. Yeah. Revenge. No jokes. We're not here. I'm not here to. I don't care about your 14. You can show me your 14. I'm here to do what you did to me last season. We need to get. I need that music played quickly. Get on the pitch.
Because you told me the fans were walking out of the stands.
Don't play the
fans
music.
Didn't believe when they were playing us. They don't want that
the way they beat me last season and Chelsea, I'll revenge them. I'm revenging them.
You can ask me and once trying to get revenge on Real Madrid.
We're leading them.
They just end up dunking on your head.
Bayern have got 1st of April. Bayern have got 1st of April. Dortmund.
In the Champions League, you remember last season, you let your guard down. How about this? You outplayed Real Madrid for 165 out of 180 minutes. In fact, I'm stretching it. You were better than them. They were only better than you for 10 minutes. They were better than you for 10 minutes over 2 legs. And you let your guard down for 1 second. You blinked and you were out. You blinked.
And that's the beauty of the Champions League.
You were out of the Champions League.
That's what's beautiful. And see, right there, disproved immediately, Madridista, we ain't scared of City. Thank you.
Okay.
That's
all right.
City, you know who I think is going to knock out Madrid? Bayern Munich. That's who I think is going to knock out Madrid, because I think Bayern knock you out. This is going to be the last round for the English teams. It's going to be
all. So this man is saying he would rather face Bayern than City? Or is he hoping?
No, he's saying he's not scared of City. And I've spoken to multiple Madrid fans. The one team they dislike playing against is Chelsea, because Chelsea always win at Stamford Bridge as well, by the way. They always win, at the Santiago as well, by the way. So big up to you, Madridista. Thanks so much for the super chat. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. Still 340 people watching us. Big up to you guys. Thank you for the love. Make sure you slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe to this football. Plenty of content coming your way, inshallah. The month of April is going to be incredible with all the games. Sunday, I'm actually going to break my iftar while doing the Newcastle United game. So we've got plenty of content coming your way, inshallah. So make sure you slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe to This Is Football. Every single person watching us right now, like the video, subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Big up to Rayam, Mo, Patrick, AJ, Domo, Amin, Mitchell, Selection, Messi FC, Madridista, Morshin, and KRE8 for the super chats. Big up to every single person who always shows us the love and support. And once again, thank you so much for your love on the month of March. You guys have been elite. Make sure you like the video now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. So now this is what we're going to do. We're going to go around the panel. They're going to give us their prediction for Saturday and where can the people find them. Monts, prediction, where can people find you?
You guys can find me over at Basics Bands. Especially on the roundups on Sunday. It gets pretty hectic. It's pretty chaotic over there. I might need Sam to back me up in case we do get Pam. You know what I'm saying? I might need a little bit of backup because I've needed a lot of backup this season, but Sam's never been there. It's crazy. That's what it is. But yeah, Big 6 Months. That's where you guys can find me. We are on the way to 3,700 subs. We're about 40 subscribers away. So please, guys, if you really enjoy our content, if you enjoy seeing me over here as well, make sure you subscribe to me. Subscribe to all these guys as well. Score prediction. I'm stuck between 1-0 and 1-1. Draw in Liverpool, by the way. I'm going to go for Sam. I'm going to say 1-0 Liverpool. I think the game will be very cagey.
Okay. Big up to you, Mons. Vater, same questions.
Where you can find me at Better Games TV, YouTube. Just quickly do it in the search. You'll find me. Subscribe. Check out the videos. I do 2 videos a week, roughly. Score predictions. I'm calling out a win for City. With regards to a possible score, I'll tell you my scores. Gundogan, KDB, and Salah.
2-1 City, basically, is what you're saying. I can't lie. I thought he was gonna say draw because you've been thinking about the draw from the start.
I've been thinking about it, but now that when you told me about your midfield and that it might be Jota, I'm seeing 2-1.
Big up, Vater, man. Hamza, same thing. Where can the people find you and give us your prediction?
Yeah, I'll just watch it this year. Watch this. Hey, pray for me, man. I need this, man. I need that picture. Oh,
we'll see, my brother. We'll see.
You can find me on Twitter, Man City Hardcore. Yeah, and it's gonna be tough. I think I said it. Liverpool game is the toughest for us. I think we'll beat them 3-1 or 2-0 by 2, and I think that false 9 will cause them a lot of problems. And I think the fans, it's the atmosphere that will just get onto them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. Make sure you go follow everyone who's on the panel, you guys. Thank you to Hamza, thank you to Vater, thank you to Mons. It was an absolutely unbelievable show. Big up everyone for the super chats. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I might not make a video tomorrow because I've got a Ramadan feast where I'm inviting like 1/4 of my tribe over to our house to just eat together, So Might not be able to do a video tomorrow. If I am able, then maybe we'll have a nice little catch up. But other than that, guys, love for the love. Go subscribe to Vater Games TV. Go subscribe to Mons. Go check out Scrubbers and Scholars as well, a channel where Hamza is always on. Make sure you follow the guys on social media as well, on Twitter. And if you missed any of their ads, or you can't Google them, or you can't search them, just go over to my announcement tweet at DonHussam6, and you will find everyone tagged. Make sure you go follow them and show them the love and support. And we will see you guys whenever we see you guys. Love.